All right. So we are live for the very first Central Florida Connects networking business chat. We got to come up with a cool name. That's one thing we got to come up with a cool name for this session. But basically, what it's going to be is business owners are going to join for a weekly discussion and we'll have different topics. And today we have David White, better known as the phone guy or Dave the phone guy, right?
Yes, sir.
So I guess we'll move on now to the business card print marketing type thing. Do you carry business cards or what kind of like print non-social media type advertising do you do?
I do carry cards with me. Unfortunately, like I said, I switched stores like 2 weeks ago, and I was in Chicago last week, and I didn't have time to move all my stuff over. But yeah, normally I have a stack of business cards that I take around with me. Now, as far as an NFC card, I would possibly like that. I would like to be able to carry that and to tap somebody's phone and give them all my information. That would be great. That would be easy.
Yeah.
I like easy.
I had never heard of it. I just randomly found a video on it. So typically, I know you don't have a camera, but so typically I'll carry, oh, the green screen might mess it up, but I have my little Premier Sotheby's cards here. And it's just another thing that you have to carry in your pocket. And it always seemed the times I didn't carry it, that's when I would run across someone. They'd be like, do you have a card? And it's like, no, I just got out of the gym or whatever. I didn't have the card. So I don't really carry a wallet. Hopefully this shows up on camera here, but basically I'm showing a picture of my phone, and then it has this. Oh man. Okay. So see,
I got it. Yeah.
And so what it does is it slides out. So I'll pull out the NFC card here. So the way that this works, oh man, there we go. So it's basically the size of a credit card. It's plastic. And they're super cheap. You can get them on Amazon for a 10-pack for $9. So they're not expensive at all. And then all you do is you download a free app called NFC Tools, I think is what it's called. And and then you just in the app, it just says, what do you want to do? I want to add a URL. And you just say, okay, what URL? And you just fill it in the blank. And then you say, write. And it just writes it to the card. And so for mine, I have it connect to my link tree because, some people may want to connect to my Facebook or they may want to connect to the YouTube channel or whatever. And so I connect to a link tree. And for people that are not familiar with what a link tree is, basically it's a single website and you add all your links. So you put your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever, things that you want people to take and go to. And it's just a little page. And so all I have to do now is, since it's in my phone, I'm always going to have my phone on me. Someone says, hey, do you have a card? I just pull this out. I literally just tap their card and my Linktree page opens up in their browser. So, I don't have to worry, like it's saved there. Now there's some pros and cons. And with you having like a paper card, you can hand that to someone. And then they can put it in your pocket. Let's say they're busy or whatever. And they could, reach out to you or put it on the refrigerator or do something like that. Like, there's
90% or I'd say about 60% of the cards are going to end up on a desk. Somewhere and never to be looked at again.
Yeah, but there's also the chance that maybe they tape it to like their computer or their security, like the DVR box or something. And then when they run into an issue, they know, okay, here's someone to call. One downside with this is if they close that browser, they've now, all my contact information is gone unless they've followed me or, something like that. So this is more instant, like, here you go, here's all my links. But if they accidentally close out the browsers or walk into their car or they put their phone in their pocket or whatever, now they have nothing.
Okay, so my question about that is, it won't add a contact in their phone?
No. Now I'm brand new at this, so maybe there's a way that, it can do that. But all the card does is basically there's a little chip in the card. And
Right.
when you tap the phone, it just opens up in their browser. I don't know if there's a way. Now there's also Bernie, who is also in the networking group. He mentioned something, Popl, Popl,
Right.
and I think they have something similar. But I think he mentioned something where it can do that. One thing that they had, which I thought was really cool, was they have a bracelet. So the bracelet basically has the chip in it. So then
Okay.
all I have to do is basically take my wrist and tap their phone, and now my contact information comes up. Now if you have to remember to wear the bracelet, but that's also another neat way that you can, have your, I see it more as in a pinch. Like if I was going to a chamber of commerce or something, I wouldn't walk around with this. I would hand out actual cards. But if I'm at the supermarket on my way home from the gym or something, and I didn't want to carry my business card holder, this is nice because I'll always have it, and I can take and get them their contact information. I haven't actually, I've only had it about a week now, so I'm literally brand new at it. And I still carry the business cards like in my truck. So
Right.
so I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it. I thought it was neat. It was, like I said, it cost me $9 to order a 10-pack off Amazon, and I'm gonna get a little, branding sticker or something to take and, make it look a little more professional. And the other thing I wasn't sure is how comfortable people would feel with me, like, if they don't know about it, like, oh, here, let me tap your phone and my website's gonna pull up. Are they gonna be like, oh, is this guy putting a virus on my thing, or what is? I don't know. Like, would you feel comfortable if I was like, oh, here, well, you're in IT, so you probably would, but I'm sure there's probably some people that would be a little weary about that. You think?
Yeah, that's probably, I would actually be kind of leery. I don't like people touching my stuff anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one of my customers, they make me get tickets signed, for work that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So they give me like a service ticket and I have to get it signed. Well, normally people would just sign it on a paper. I don't own a printer.
So they sign on your phone?
They sign on my phone, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll sign it for you. Thank you. Just, go like this, and away we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, do you have like t-shirts made that you wear, or like
Yes,
company?
I do. Oh, yeah.
And do you wear those even if, like, let's say you're going for a walk around downtown Sanford or something like that? Do you wear your shirts, and have you had a response from that, or do you typically just wear it when you're on a job?
I wear it on job sites normally. Now,
Okay.
I had a customer that I was working on their internet circuit for, and they didn't have an IT company. And so the guy took a picture of the back of my shirt without me knowing it, and then called me after I was done.
Yeah. Well, and that's I'm a big believer, I guess, in when someone, especially like if someone shows up to do work on my house and they're not in like a company shirt. Like, I get a lot of handyman, just they're gonna get dirty and things like that. But one thing, I will say, going back to Bernie that I mentioned earlier, he's does a lot of handyman stuff and inspections and things like that. And he was building an outdoor kitchen for me. And every day he showed up, even if he was tiling or demoing or whatever, but he was in a company shirt and, professional. And that's something, where that just, I don't know. I think it just sets the bar. It makes you feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it does. I have a couple of different, like I have actual t-shirts with my logo on them, and then I have actual, a collared golf shirt that I wear if I have a meeting or something like that. And then, I've got my logo embroidered on a dress shirt if I have to go somewhere like that.
So you can match the outfit based on the event.
exactly. Like if I'm in the attic pulling wire, well, I'm not in the attic, but if my guys are in the attic pulling wire and I'm there helping them, I'm in a t-shirt
Right. Which
or I'm
makes
in a
sense.
collared shirt because I'm the boss,
Yeah.
but they're in a t-shirt, you know. So
Now, how many guys do you have working with you?
right, right now I have just me.
Oh, okay.
But
Nobody wants to
I
go in
do have
attics.
guys,
Nobody wants to go in attics because it's summertime in
especially in the
Florida.
summertime. Yeah, no, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
No.
but I have a guy that I contract for. He charges me X amount of dollars for a cable run, and so basically I pass that on to the customer.
Yeah.
I say, look, if that's what you're going to charge me, then that's what they're going to pay. So I don't make any money off of his cable run, but I and I supply the cable.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually lose money on the cable run, but I make it up on the installation fee.
Right.
Um,
Now, where do you order them online, or do you have a shop that you go to?
I use Sunshine State Threads.
What was it?
Right here. Sunshine State Threads right here in Sanford.
Okay. And they do all kinds of t-shirts and stuff.
I put security cameras in there for them, and they did my shirts. So.
Oh, we'll see. There you go. That's a nice little trade-off. And did you do you have like pens or any other thing that's been effective?
No, I don't have any other marketing material at all.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's I've done the mailers, which we were having a discussion about this. Some mailers I think are effective, but majority of people are going to get probably 10 mailers a month, for different realtors. And I've always been a believer in, something as important as selling your home. I hope that they pick someone that they have an actual connection with, not just someone, because when you look at a mailer, there's no way to know, like, do I mesh with this person? Or because right now things are a little crazy because the market, I mean, things are selling so quickly and things like that. But let's say you're on the buyer side and you're going to go to 10, 15 different homes, with this realtor. Are you going to enjoy are your personalities going to match?
Exactly.
And things like that. And so I always try to, instead of saying, hey, here's my mailer, here's my marketing, here's me, I try to say, connect with them first and then let them know, hey, I'm a realtor, but I'm connecting with you. That was the main reason why I started the podcast, was people will listen to me for the value that I'm bringing to them as far as the podcast. And then they say, man, I really like this guy. He's funny. He's this, he's that. And then they say, hey, I want a realtor, and this guy, I connect with him and get the business that way, versus, okay, I'm going to send 100 mailers to you over the year, and hopefully, you pick me because I bombarded you so much with these mailers. And I don't know, that's just not me. So, I know it works for some people, and back in the day, I know that was the main way that they did it, but I do feel like things are changing. And I wanted to have this section of the networking on the print stuff, so that this way we can kind of, next week when we do the social media, we can reflect on how marketing has changed from the print stuff to the digital stuff. Is, maybe in certain industries, print is more effective, and others, maybe the social media stuff is effective. So that's kind of why I wanted to start with the print stuff. So have you done any of the magazines where like the giant coupon type books where it's just a big advertisement?
I did a Lake Forest Living magazine one time.
Okay.
And they tried to sign me up for a year contract. I said, I'm not going to do a year. But they wanted me to pay $150 a month for a year. And I said, no, I'm not going to do a year. And that's what they wanted. I said, well, let's do 1 month and see what happens. And so we did 1 month, and I didn't get anything out of it,
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing with, from what I hear with the print marketing is to be consistent with it. And so if people see the same thing over and over and over, and this is the theory also behind the mailers, you see that same mailer over and over and over, that's where the referrals start coming in. But then it's also harder to justify, okay, $150 a month, I'm spending plus $800 for a BNI group. And next thing you know, you're spending $400 or $500 a month throughout the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And they say you have to invest money to make money. But then when you invest it and you don't see anything in return, it's hard to keep that belief.
Yeah. So, all right, listen, I would love to sit down and talk more, but I have an 11:30 I have to get to.
No, that's actually perfect, because that was my last question. So I was just about to ask you if there was any other comments or things that you had that you wanted to say. So just real quickly, just go over what you offer, because this will be in the second section of the video. Tell people where they can find you and some brief summary of what you do.
Well, I mean, I'm Dave with Dave the Phone Guy. I install telephones and computers and security cameras. If you need any networking done or any security cameras or telephone installation, give me a call. Check out my website at www.davethephoneguy with an FONEGUY.com.
That sounded just like a radio ad. That was like perfect. It was like perfect for radio. You should make a radio.
I used to DJ.
Oh, okay. Well, that now all makes perfect sense. So yeah. And if you also need a DJ.
No, I don't do that anymore.
And my name is James Turner. Like I said, I'm a Central Florida realtor. If you need anything with buying or selling, if you're a first-time home buyer, or this is your 10th investment property, I'm here to help. All of our contact information will be down in the description below. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, share it with any business owners that we're going to do these monthly or weekly breakout sessions just to talk about things that are going on to help businesses grow. So if that's something that you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be interested in something like that, make sure you share this content. It would be greatly appreciated. So David, thank you so much for coming on the very first episode. It's all yours, man. So I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good rest of the day and a good meeting at 11:30 and bring some business.
All right. Have a good one, James. Bye.
All right. I'll talk to you later.